Hang on, everyone.
Oh, we're live, are we? You let him out. Are we filming now? You're going to be on YouTube one.
We're not live.
All right.
So
is that actually running at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Why? What's the matter? What's now?
Pause it for a minute.
What, you're going to say something?
I want to tell you something. No, I'm not. I've got to say something to you first before you do it.
The last one was with
deal or no deal?
You know this American picker.
Oh yeah.
State, right?
That's a lovely breakfast.
Where they buy stories, you know, all that you.
Oh yeah.
Storage Wars. Yeah, sorry, it's this guy called Jessica.
That's a
Jessica.
Jesse.
Yeah.
The American guy.
Yeah, the American guy. Well, he got his dad. He's got a vintage motorcycle kind of stuff there in America, so he came over here to England and did 1 month buying his stuff all over the place, all to do a motorcycle, and take it back to America, and then displays there on his dad, you know. Anyway, that day I had lots of vintage helmets, like Race Master and, you know, Everock and all that kind of stuff. A lot of them in my store in Kenton. And I had Harley vintage leather jackets and all the rest. So he came to me, the guy, I recognise him, you know, and the video guy was behind, you know. And he came to me and he started talking to me, and he got this jacket and he got this helmet, and he said to me, right, how much you want for the whole lot? So I did a deal with him. And I said, oh, I've seen you before. He said, everybody's seen me before. I said, you're American? Yes, yes, I am. Very cocky. Well, he was really cocky. Anyway, his head, he was all bald here, and he had a wig like that. He had a hair.
He had a syrup.
Yeah, no, what's it called? That disease? The disease you got in your head, jalapeno?
Toupee.
No, it's a disease.
No, I know what you
Oh,
mean.
alopecia.
Jalapeno.
Alopecia, that's the one, jalapeno.
Jalapeno, yeah, that's a chili, isn't it?
So,
It's not hallow, it's aloe.
So anyway, he was there on the store, and his head flicked out in the top, and as he was recording, and he said to the guy on the camera, stop the camera. I said, what's happened to your hair, mate? He said, oh, I got these jalapeno, whatever you call that, I think, you know. I said, oh, all right, okay. I mean, they're going to stick it, stack it back again. Anyway, so he said, oh, you don't mind if we put you on, you're on the national TV in the UK, selling me this stuff? I said, well, I really don't care anyway, so long as you give me the money, you can do whatever you want to do. So anyway, he paid me the money, and...
you should have said, I had to speak to my agent.
Yes, yeah.
Is he the thin one or the fat one?
No, that's a fat one. And then about a month ago, Kenton Patterson, the guy who ran the whole event, he called me and he said to me, "Why are you going to be on TV tonight?" I said, "Really?" He said, yeah. We already watched the video. Send America if they agree to publish it in the national TV and BBC Two and all that. So you're going to be tonight. I said, happened? I was there talking to the guy, and it was just about to say, oh, what happened to you? Give the camera cut. I mean, why the hell, okay? So it was pretty funny. So that was the last one.
They should have left that in. That would have been even funnier, made it better.
So if you're that famous, has John got to pay you a fee to appear?
Oh yeah,
on
maybe.
His videos?
Yeah. A cup of coffee. I'll send it for coffee.
Oh, I didn't realise. Yeah, so during the war.
Your video camera's pointing at the sauce pot.
Yeah, it's.
Give me
so
that.
we've just.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell him one. I'll tell you one.
Okay, whatever you said.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, catering. You were in catering. I used to come off a ship, and I used to get the. Because when you're out at sea for months...
Say what you just said about him.
It's Uncle Albert.
It's Uncle Albert.
During the war... Uncle Albert. Yeah, during the war... No. Yeah.
It's entertaining.
It's funny.
You I used to go into... I'd be at sea for months. And when you get home, all I wanted to see was grass and trees. And I lived in Scotland at that time.
You wanted to see a nice woman.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
What went wrong?
No, I used to have a decent wank every now and again. I didn't really care about that.
Fair enough.
Or was it to do with all those other
What's on board stays on board, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You had Andy with you all the time, you know?
Don't look at me, I don't know what
I didn't know anything about homosexuality in those days. In the Merchant Navy, it never existed. It never existed.
Oh, right.
It never existed.
I'm sure there's some contradicting information in there.
Yeah.
No, I mean in those days you had gay people, and you knew they were gay, and that, you know.
Sailors.
Yeah, I used to love the gay people. They used to look after me.
Still do.
They were I've got nothing against people being gay. It's up to them. If they want to take a swollen one up the rear, that's their business. But no. Anyway, Warren, come back. I'm telling you this story. Yeah. So I used to go into a hotel, and you get a job as a waiter, and my temperament in those days didn't equate to being a waiter. So I'd end up getting the sack because I could not stand people telling me or complaining.
Have you ever left the job on good terms?
Never. No, Dan.
I figured that.
Dan asked me a little while ago, how many fucking jobs have you had? He said,
quite a lot.
Well, if I told you all the jobs I've done, you just wouldn't believe it. You think you're bullshitting.
You've had so many
It's more like
different
jobs that you haven't had.
Ask me a job, and
Baker.
A baker. I have worked in a bakery. Yeah.
I know you worked in a mink farm back in the day.
Oh, that is awful. Yeah.
Mink.
Yeah, breeding mink. Yeah. I've worked in timber yards.
Have you ever been either a rent boy or a male prostitute?
Depends what you mean by rent boy. How much? What rent?
You put a value on that.
Yeah. No.
And I'm curious. As a judge of character, I'm curious, Andy, whether John would ever sleep with a prostitute and then steal the money back.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the answer to that, John?
I'm going to start asking you.
That's a very interesting question.
That's a very interesting. What's the answer to that, John? Have you ever?
I've never knowingly slept with a prostitute.
Yes, but when you slept with a prostitute,
I've never knowingly.
so when you never knowingly slept with a prostitute and then got charged,
How is everything?
Lovely, thank you.
you're just missing a good story here.
No.
Sorry, don't.
No, I've never known.
You've never knowingly slept with a prostitute, but
No.
when she asked you for money,
Yeah.
did you steal it back afterwards?
Guys,
I'm not going to answer this. How long does the statute of limitations work?
leave it alone, will you? Oh, dear.
Yeah. Anyway, so I used to get the sack, and one day, this particular story, this guy kept on complaining about a boiled egg at breakfast. He complained about it about 4 or 5 times, and I came back and forth.
What about it? That it wasn't.
It wasn't to his liking, so I got 2 eggs, raw eggs, and I smashed them over his fucking head. I said, "How do you like that?" And I got the sack.
I can't believe that, John.
That's terrible, John.
I got the sack for that. And I used to be working, serving dinners and that, and I used to think, what the hell am I doing here? I could be out.
You're not recording now, are you?
Yeah.
Were you the type of person that used to spit in somebody's food if you didn't like it?
No,
Nah, that's tacky.
no, I never do anything
No,
like that.
you would never do anything
No,
like that. You'd
but-
just hit somebody over the head with 2 eggs.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I think that spitting in food is just disgusting. No, I wouldn't do it.
Recording, John?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
No, I was going to tell you a story, but I don't want to.
Well, is it good?
No, I don't want to record it.
Oh. Well, I won't fucking listen then. Is it a good story? Is it worth turning off for?
Turn it off, yeah.
Look.
I don't know how funny it's going to be, but anyway.
Well, if you're telling it down, it won't be, but
Yeah, it
let's
won't
go.
be. So anyway, and this isn't meant to be homophobic or anything. It's just a joke. All right. So there's a guy.
I don't think it's any
there's a
subject
gay
to joke
guy.
about, mate.
There's a gay guy, and he goes to the scrapyard, and he says to the guy, "I'm looking for a car." And they're haggling over this car, and he says it's too expensive. He said, I bet you, I can tell you, if you give me any key and I put it up my bum, I bet you I can tell you what car that's from. And the guy said, if you do that 3 times, he said, I'll give you the car. So he has a rummage through his box, gives him a key. This guy puts it up his bum, and he says, that's from a 1982 Ford Escort. And the guy's like, bloody hell, how did you get that? Anyway, next one, gets another key, puts it up. He said, that's 1971 Vauxhall Viva. And the guy's like, bloody hell, he said, I'm going to try and catch him out here. And he gives him a spark plug. The guy puts it up his ass and goes, all champion.
That's a good one. Yeah. A bit worrying about the way you went into that gay mode then, no? Very natural, wasn't it, Nick?
So
Not allowed to film, Nick.
That was my silly joke for the day.
Yeah, very good. I know a silly joke.
Go on.
But that reminded me. I mean, you probably heard this. It's not a rude joke. It's just this guy's out in the countryside and he's a bit lost and he doesn't know what time it is. And he sees this old guy in the field milking a cow. And he says to this old guy, "Excuse me," he said, "could you tell me what the time is?" And the old guy, hang on. Yeah. The old guy's milking the cow like that. And he said, "Oh, certainly, sir," he says. He goes like that. He says, it's quarter to 2, sir. And the bloke who's lost said, "That's amazing. How the hell do you know that just by doing that?" He said, "Just by pulling the cows out." He said, "No, sir." He said, "I lift the cow's tit up like that. I can see the village clock over there."
By lifting the tit.
Oh, brilliant. Anyone?
Thanks, Becca.
Hi, Becca. Thank you very much, darling.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.